Hello everyone, I want to introduce you all to a new type of video on the channel, which is an early thoughts format for any game I plan on reviewing and covering. This video intends to give some early indicators if a game is worth a buy or not, by attempt to describe a few shortcomings or positive things about the game in the first few hours. As such, and since this will be a less scripted type of video, I won't have timestamps up since I'll give a broader view of the game. Detailed commentary of different sections will be available on the full review. These early thoughts videos will usually take around 2-3 minutes, so they are quick to digest and straight to the point for the viewer. Firstly, I want to say that evilwest has one of the funniest and at the same time silliest combat systems I've seen in 2022 so far. It's chaotic, it's meaty, and straight up fun and engaging. Think of a mashup between Doom and Shadow Warrior. You can quickly cross an entire field using your zapper to close the gap to enemies, or if you fancy, bring them to you instead. There are so many options in combat from what I've seen so far that you can literally use different combos every battle. I've played over 5 hours so far, and I can't put the game down. Each combat encounter will leave you out of breath as you zap, uppercut, and fill your enemies with lead. Story-wise, if you are into Wild West, this game takes it up a notch by adding vampires to the mix. I haven't been able to take it seriously, but so far it's okay. The story is there to justify the tools you have in combat, and if you like this setting, it will just add to the fun element. I've seen some bugs, however, especially concerning hitboxes, hit detection, and enemies getting stuck. I am playing on the evil difficulty, which is the hardest one, and it's really challenging so far, and some of these bugs can take the fun out of a few battles. They are not recurrent, but they can happen here and there so far. Performance-wise, it runs smooth on a 1080 Ti and an i7, which is my graphics card and CPU. I haven't had many frame drops. Sometimes on some heavy cut scenes with a few particle effects, it may drop a bit, but it will depend on your CPU, GPU, whatever specs you have on your machine. Now, in terms of, for example, voice acting, from what I've seen so far, it's a bit hilarious. It's not that bad, but it's hard to take seriously the story so far and the plot. The dialogue is a bit cringy. They try to be witty, and sometimes they curse a lot. I mean, sometimes it's fun, so other times it's just, I don't think it's possible to take seriously the game when they do that. Overall, I can say with certainty that I love the combat. It's a straight up old brawler, and then you have your guns as well. So that's why I say it's a bit of like, I would say God of War, if you imagine, and Doom, you know, and it just takes the best out of both. And it's just so fun, you know. You have one, for example, you have 5 enemies. The enemy variety is good so far. In the 5 hours that I've seen, there are almost different enemies every single encounter. They tend to reuse some bosses, but it's fine. It's fine, I think. It's just straight fun. You have your zapper. That's one of the abilities that you have, where you can basically electrocute the enemies that you are fighting. You can zap to them, or you can bring them to you, and you'll just electrocute them with that. You also have a punch on the ground type of ability, where it will also zap them. You have a pistol, which you get some upgrades later that will turn it into a zapping ability as well on the pistol itself, a shotgun. You have a rifle as well for like full range shots. I think that's overall what I've seen so far. I like it. I really do. It's one of the combat systems that I have most fun this year, apart from Elden Ring. And so, that's basically it for these early thoughts. These are some early raw thoughts on Evil West. I can see both sides of the sphere so far in terms of the more negative reviews and the more positive ones on Steam and from media. But at the end of the day, the combat is the most fun I've had all year long after Elden Ring. Now, let me know what you think in the comments, and the full review will be coming as soon as possible after I finish the game and give it a fair shake. See you on the next one, guys.